Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Use up resources or materials. We exhausted our savings. Wear out completely. This kind of work exhausts me. Eliminate a substance. Combustion products are exhausted in the engine. Gases ejected from an engine as waste products. System consisting of the parts of an engine through which burned gases or steam are discharged. Deplete. Exhaust one's savings. Use up the whole supply of. We have exhausted the food supplies. Serve oneself to, or consume regularly. Use up resources or materials. This car consumes a lot of gas. Spend extravagantly. Eat up completely, as with great appetite. Destroy completely. The fire consumed the building. Engage fully. The effort to pass the exam consumed all his energy. Use up resources or materials. Take in food, used of animals only. This dog doesn't eat certain kinds of meat. Use up resources or materials. Worry or cause anxiety in a persistent way. What's eating you? Cause to deteriorate due to the action of water, air, or an acid. Eat a meal. Take a meal. We did not eat until 10 p.m. because there were so many phone calls. Take in solid food. She was eating a banana. Finish eating all the food on one's plate or on the table. Use up resources or materials. Enclose or envelop completely, as if by swallowing. Apply thoroughly. Think through. Use up resources or materials. They run through 20 bottles of wine a week. Use up resources or materials. Require time or space. Use up resources or materials. Eliminate completely and without a trace. Kill in large numbers. Mark for deletion, rub off, or erase. Remove from memory or existence. Wipe out the effect of something. A regular route for a sentry or policeman. In the old days, a policeman walked a beat and knew all his people by name. Come out better in a competition, race, or conflict. Agassi beat Becker in the tennis championship. Make a rhythmic sound. The drums beat all night. Avoid paying. Beat the subway fare. Move rhythmically. Her heart was beating fast. Be a mystery or bewildering to. This beats me. Wear out completely. I'm beat. Make a sound like a clock or a timer. The grandfather clock beat midnight. The rhythmic contraction and expansion of the arteries with each beat of the heart. He could feel the beat of her heart. Move with a flapping motion. The basic rhythmic unit in a piece of music. The conductor set the beat. Very tired. So beat I could flop down and go to sleep anywhere. Move with or as if with a regular alternating motion. A member of the beat generation. A nonconformist in dress and behavior. Prosody. The accent in a metrical foot of verse. Give a beating to. Subject to a beating, either as a punishment or as an act of aggression. Thugs beat him up when he walked down the street late at night. Move with a thrashing motion. The eagle beat its wings and soared high into the sky. Beat through cleverness and wit. I beat the traffic. Stir vigorously. Beat the egg whites. A regular rate of repetition. The cocks raised the beat. A single pulsation of an oscillation produced by adding two waves of different frequencies has a frequency equal to the difference between the two oscillations. A stroke or blow. The signal was 2 beats on the steam pipe. Be superior. Reading beats watching television. Glare or strike with great intensity. The sun was beating down on us. Hit repeatedly. Beat on the door. Indicate by beating, as with the fingers or drumsticks. Make by pounding or trampling. Beat a path through the forest. Produce a rhythm by striking repeatedly. Beat the drum. Sail with much tacking or with difficulty. The boat beat in the strong wind. Shape by beating. Beat swords into plowshares. Strike. A part of one's own body, repeatedly, as in great emotion or in accompaniment to music. Beat one's breast. Strike, water or bushes, repeatedly to rouse animals for hunting. The act of beating to windward, sailing as close as possible to the direction from which the wind is blowing. The sound of stroke or blow. He heard the beat of a drum. United States anarchist influential before World War I, 1854 to 1939. Wear out completely. United States vaudevillian, born in Russia, noted for her flamboyant performances, 1884 to 1966. A detachable yoke of linen or lace worn over the breast of a low-cut dress. A sewer who tucks. Wear out completely. Wash one's face and hands. Wear out completely. Wash dishes. Be carried somewhere by water or as if by water. Carry somewhere, of water or current or waves. Remove, cargo, people, etc., from and leave. Electrical conduction through a gas in an applied electric field. Free from obligations or duties. Go off or discharge. Eliminate, a substance. The termination of someone's employment, leaving them free to depart. Pronounce not guilty of criminal charges. Cause to go off. Release from military service. A substance that is emitted or released. Any of several bodily processes by which substances go out of the body. The discharge of pus. The act of discharging a gun. The act of venting. The pouring forth of a fluid. Become empty or void of its content. A formal written statement of relinquishment. Complete or carry out. Discharge one's duties. Pour forth or release. Discharge liquids. Remove the charge from. The sudden giving off of energy. Put out or expel from a place. Eliminate a substance. Cause to come out in a squirt. Leave an aircraft rapidly, using an ejection seat or capsule. Eliminate a substance. Cause to flee. Remove from a position or office. Forced to leave or move out. He was expelled from his native country. Part with a possession or right. Let something fall or spill from a container. Music. The act or manner of terminating a musical phrase or tone. A device that when pressed will release part of a mechanism. Activity that frees or expresses creative energy or emotion. The act of liberating someone or something. Grant freedom to. Free from confinement. Make assets available. Release the holdings in the dictator's bank account. Release, as from one's grip. Release, gas or energy, as a result of a chemical reaction or physical decomposition. A legal document evidencing the discharge of a debt or obligation. The act of allowing a fluid to escape. Prepare an issue for public distribution or sale. Eliminate a substance. The plant releases a gas. The termination of someone's employment, leaving them free to depart. Make information available for publication. Release the list with the names of the prisoners. An announcement distributed to members of the press in order to supplement or replace an oral presentation. Euphemistic expressions for death. Generate and separate from cells or bodily fluids. Release a hormone into the bloodstream. A formal written statement of relinquishment. A process that liberates or discharges something. There was a sudden release of oxygen. Merchandise issued for sale or public showing, especially a record or film. A new release from the London Symphony Orchestra. Gases ejected from an engine as waste products. Gases ejected from an engine as waste products. System consisting of the parts of an engine through which burned gases or steam are discharged. Deplete. Become spent or exhausted. Perform or be performed to the end. Play to a finish. Examine hastily. Use up all one's strength and energy and stop working. Injure or kill by knocking someone or something down and passing over the body, as with a vehicle. Trace. Deplete. Move downward. Pursue until captured. A person who lacks good judgment. Deplete. A piece of metal covered by leather with a flexible handle, used for hitting people. A watery solution of sugars, salts, and minerals that circulates through the vascular system of a plant. Excavate the earth beneath. Exhaust or get tired through overuse or great strain or stress. Lose interest or become bored with something or somebody. I'm so tired of your mother and her complaints about my food. Hoop that covers a wheel. Automobile tires are usually made of rubber and filled with compressed air. Cause to be bored. Deplete. Use up, consume fully. The legislature expended its time on school questions. Pay out. A shape that is spherical and small. He studied the shapes of low-viscosity drops. Remove, cargo, people, etc., from and leave. Drop off the passengers at the hotel. Grow worse. Fall or descend to a lower place or level. A sudden sharp decrease in some quantity. A drop of 57 points on the Dow Jones Index. A free and rapid descent by the force of gravity. It was a miracle that he survived the drop from that height. Let or cause to fall in drops. Stop associating with. They dropped her after she had a child out of wedlock. Pay out. A small indefinite quantity, especially of a liquid. He had a drop too much to drink. Get rid of. Cause to fall by or as if by delivering a blow. Hang freely. The light dropped from the ceiling. A steep high face of rock. A steep drop. Stop pursuing or acting. Drop a lawsuit. Leave undone or leave out. A curtain that can be lowered and raised onto a stage from the flies, often used as background scenery. Lower the pitch of musical notes. A central depository where things can be left or picked up. A predetermined hiding place for the deposit and distribution of illicit goods, such as drugs or stolen property. Change from one level to another. She dropped into army jargon. Fall or sink into a state of exhaustion or death. Shop till you drop. Give birth. Used for animals. The cow dropped her calf this morning. Go down in value. Stock prices dropped. Let fall to the ground. Don't drop the dishes. Lose a game. The Giants dropped 11 of their first 13. Omit a letter or syllable in speaking or writing. New Englanders dropped their post-vocalic Rs. Take a drug, especially LSD, by mouth. She dropped acid when she was a teenager. Terminate an association with. Drop him from the Republican ticket. The act of dropping something. They expected the drop would be successful. To fall vertically. The bombs are dropping on enemy targets. Utter with seeming casualness. Drop a hint. Pay out. Spend money. Use up a period of time in a specific way. How are you spending your summer vacation? Spend completely. I spend my pocket money in 2 days. Exhaust or get tired through overuse or great strain or stress. Last longer than others. This material outwears all others. Exhaust or get tired through overuse or great strain or stress. Lose interest or become bored with something or somebody. Labor of a non-military kind done by soldiers, cleaning or digging or draining or so on. The soldiers were put on fatigue to teach them a lesson. Temporary loss of strength and energy resulting from hard physical or mental work. He was hospitalized for extreme fatigue. Always used with a modifier, boredom resulting from overexposure to something. He was suffering from museum fatigue. Used of materials, especially metals, in a weakened state caused by long stress. Metal fatigue. Exhaust or get tired through overuse or great strain or stress. Exhaust or get tired through overuse or great strain or stress. An old or overworked horse. Lose interest or become bored with something or somebody. A semi-precious gemstone that takes a high polish, is usually green but sometimes whitish, consists of jadeite or nephrite. A woman adulterer. A light green color varying from bluish green to yellowish green. Of something having the color of jade, especially varying from bluish green to yellowish green. Exhaust or get tired through overuse or great strain or stress. Deteriorate through use or stress.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.